See Nobody by Wes Nelson. And now it's the man himself on this very show. Wes chatted to me a bit about exploring London. Here he is.
Oh, mate, it's so amazing to have you on the show. It's actually the second time you've been on with us at Coast, so it's such a warm welcome back to you, sir. Thanks for coming back on.
Thank you so much, Ben.
I'm just going to have to tell you straight up as well, Wes, just before we do, start chatting. See Nobody, especially the acoustic version, I must say, is an absolute banger. We've been playing it loads.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
I was thinking we might have to get a song request from you, actually, mate, if that's okay, at the end of the interview today. So I'll just warn you, so you've got time to kind of ponder that. I mean, we're going to play some of your own tunes as well, obviously. But if you want anything else on the playlist, it's all yours, basically.
Hey, it's mine. Let's go.
Wicked. Well, Wes, very warm welcome to the show. Talking about getting around and travelling, really. I mean, we're talking about London in particular, I know, today. And I was actually really pleased to chat about this because, actually, London is one of those places that I haven't really explored too well. I mean, the museums are amazing. I've definitely done the museums, and they were absolutely fantastic. So I think I'm going to have to go back there at the very least. But hopefully you can tell us some other places we should go and check out as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm in the same boat as you, mate. I've lived here for nearly 3 years, and I've barely seen the city. And I fall into the same bracket as half of Brits who don't even know the name of the streets around.
Yeah, sure.
Where they live, and yeah, it is a problem. And e-scooters like Dot are helping us to discover more of London, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a fantastic initiative, actually, because I believe I'm correct in thinking, actually, that this is basically the legal way to actually go around on an e-scooter is through a company like Dot. In fact, I believe it's actually the only way to actually legally do it around London. So if you want to cruise around, that's the way to do it. You're going to look cool as well. So win-win, I think.
Exactly. It's true. It's the only way that you can get around legally in London. Private e-scooters companies, although we do see them everywhere in London, they aren't safe, and it isn't actually illegal to ride them around. And please do confiscate them. So, Dot is the only way to really properly get around London safely and legally.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think it's coming back to the kind of idea about, wanting to get around, isn't it? I mean, if you can make that a bit easier for people, hopefully that might mean that people think, you know what, actually, I'm going to spend the day exploring. I'm going to pop around. I'm going to see see some of the places that actually are right on my doorstep that maybe I haven't even seen before.
Absolutely. And when I went to Paris in 2019, I went with a friend, and we discovered Dot scooters over there, and they were in Paris at that time. And I'm not joking. It was honestly the best thing about the trip, because we could go to absolutely everywhere quickly, easily, and environmentally friendly. It was honestly the best way to get around, because obviously traffic takes forever in London. The cars are obviously polluting everywhere. Yeah. And Dot just basically allows you to get around while seeing it all, 360-degree views, and they're fun. They're really fun.
Yeah, it's a good point about it being electric, actually. I hadn't really thought about that, actually, in terms of, obviously that's going to be far, far better, isn't it, and adding to the already, problem that we've got with pollution. Actually, if we can move towards electric methods of transport, that's bound to be a good thing, isn't it?
Absolutely, and the government's pushing for it in their initiatives already, and the batteries that the Dots use are actually from a company called Bulb. And they're 100% renewable. They use 100% renewable energy, so it's not like it's just you're plugging them in at home and this, that, and the other. There's Dot stations around where you put them in, and where you dock the Dots, and they allow you to charge them up renewably and environmentally friendly.
Yeah, thanks, Wes. That sounds awesome. I was wondering as well if we could touch on some of the kind of, I don't know, do you have any kind of personal top places that you're kind of thinking you're going to add to the kind of to-do list, if you like, the to-see list? Have you got any kind of ones that spring to mind where you think, right, I want to go and see this and this, or...
Honestly, because I'm that terrible with London, I don't have locations off the top of my head that I could just say, oh, I'd love to go to there. Yeah. That's why we've got, if you go on the website, if you go on ridedot.com/dotspots, there's a massive map with 30 different locations, which helps people like me who haven't got a Scooby where they go to London and what there is to see. Basically, it's a big map, and you can go and check them off. There's a QR code on each of the dot spots, which allows you to go check them off. You get discount codes at each part, and encourage you to go around London and see all these places and all the boroughs. And yeah, so ridedot.com/dotspots. get on the dot spots, and you won't have any problems.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good point, isn't it? I think it's raising a really good point about exploring local and kind of supporting local as well. I mean, I think it is quite a nice message, actually, that, and I think people are probably thinking about it more so now because of obviously restrictions on travel and things, but actually it's a good thing, I think, to sometimes remember, actually, I can just go out and support what's nearby me. I can go and see, I can go and join in, support the local economy, really, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. You can go to different boroughs that you would never have gone to before. You maybe stop at a coffee shop, stop here, stop there, and support local businesses that way. So yeah, I think it's just generally encouraging people to get out and about and making it so easy and accessible and fun. So yeah, it's exactly what we needed in London, I think.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. I mean, I myself actually live down in Cornwall, so I absolutely love going to places like London, where it's quite a large contrast in terms of the kind of things that you can actually see. And I'm quite sad, actually. Whenever I go to a big city, I always do this thing, and it's probably a bit shameful to admit it, but I always just picture people like Spider-Man swinging around the roofs and stuff. It's so cool.
yeah, it's one of them.
It is. It's the big. I call that my big city effect. It's what happens. It's those mad Cornish people. That's what happens to us. We go completely doolally.
I think as well. I'm from obviously in Stoke-on-Trent in the Midlands. Going to London can be quite fast and quite a bit of a shock because obviously everything's fast and you go and you see all the cars racing around and this, that, and the other. What Dot allows you to do and e-scooters. It basically allows you to go at your own pace. You're going as fast as you want. Well, obviously not within the limits, which they limit for you anyway. But you can go at your speed. You can go to at your pace and just get around the town and get around the city how you want to get around and not based on traffic and this, that, and the other. So it allows a lot more freedom.
Yeah, it sounds awesome. I mean, actually, you know what? My dad actually is the biggest fan of whenever we go anywhere. He just wants to do kind of absolutely everything, and he has us kind of marching around, and it's a bit of a it can annoy people sometimes in the family group actually. And I'm thinking I can just picture us now just cruising about actually in style, and it's going to be a lot easier. So I think he's going to be quite happy with this. He can kind of lead the way. We can just all follow him on this. It's going to be good.
Exactly. Honestly, it's the best way. It's the best way and the most fun way to get around, for sure.
Oh, Wes, well, thanks so much. I'm aware of your time. I won't keep you for too much longer now. I would just like to finish with a couple of things, if that's all right. First of all, I'd just love to give you the chance to kind of, reiterate any websites for people to head to. And then after that, if it's okay with yourself, I'd love to grab your song request. If you do have a song that I can play for you, I'd just really love to.
Of course. Yeah, so the website that you want to be going to find out a little bit more is ride.com. And if you want to find the 30 different hotspots and the different dot spots around London and get a good tour, you just want to go it's ride.com/dot spots. So basically just hit on the dot spots section on the website and you'll find all the different locations that you can go and see and enjoy London properly. And my song request would be Peaches by Justin Bieber.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, cheers, Wes. That's coming straight on. It's just must say it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on the show. So thanks. I do hope you can come back again with us in the near future. But for now, I'll let you go. Thanks, Wes.
Thank you so much.
Wes Nelson, ladies and gents. Thanks very much indeed for coming on the show, Wes.